Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Alex English Studio, the place where learning English becomes clear, practical, and achievable. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Maya. If you're learning English, you've probably asked yourself a very common question. How long will it take me to become fluent?
Exactly. This is one of the most common questions English learners ask. Some people hope the answer is a few months, while others worry that it might take many years.
Yes, sometimes when I see people speaking English confidently, I wonder how long it took them to reach that level.
That's a great question, and today we're going to explore the real answer. We'll talk about the biggest myths about learning English quickly, realistic timelines for language learning, factors that affect how fast you improve, and practical strategies to help you learn faster. Before we begin, take a quick moment to support the channel. Like this video if you want to improve your English, subscribe to Alex English Studio for weekly English learning podcasts, and share this episode with someone who is learning English.
And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our new episodes.
All right, Maya, let's begin with something that confuses many learners. The biggest myth about learning English is the idea that fluency can happen extremely quickly. You've probably seen advertisements that say things like, learn English in 30 days, speak fluent English in 90 days.
Yes, I've seen those ads everywhere. They make it sound like learning English is very fast.
Exactly. And while those advertisements can be motivating, they are often unrealistic. Learning a language is not a quick shortcut. It's a skill-building process. Think about learning to play the guitar or learning to swim. You cannot become excellent after just a few lessons.
Right, those skills require practice and repetition.
Exactly. And English is the same. To become fluent, you need to develop several abilities: understanding spoken English, building vocabulary, learning grammar patterns, speaking clearly and confidently, understanding cultural expressions. All of these skills develop gradually over time. Now, let's talk about realistic timelines. Language experts often estimate the amount of time it takes to develop conversational fluency. For many learners, the timeline may look like this: 6 to 12 months for basic conversations, 1 to 2 years for comfortable everyday communication, 2 to 3 years for strong fluency.
That actually sounds more realistic than learning in just a few months.
Yes, and remember that these timelines are averages. Some learners progress faster, while others take more time. The most important factor is how consistently you practice.
So, someone who studies every day will progress faster than someone who studies occasionally.
Exactly. For example, a learner practicing 30 minutes daily will improve steadily, but someone practicing 2 or 3 hours daily will likely improve much faster. Now, let's explore some of the most important factors that influence how quickly someone learns English. The first factor is consistency. Learners who practice every day build stronger language skills over time.
So, small daily practice is more effective than studying once a week.
Exactly. Language learning works best with frequent exposure. The second factor is exposure to English. If you regularly listen to English through podcasts, videos, and conversations, your brain becomes familiar with the language.
That makes sense. The brain starts recognizing patterns naturally.
Yes. The third factor is active practice, especially speaking. Many learners spend a lot of time reading and listening, but very little time speaking. But speaking is essential for fluency. Speaking is often the most challenging skill for learners. That's because speaking requires your brain to perform several tasks at the same time. You must think of an idea, choose appropriate vocabulary, form a correct sentence, and pronounce words clearly.
Yes, sometimes I understand English when listening, but speaking feels much harder.
That's very common. Speaking becomes easier through regular practice. Even simple exercises can help. For example, describe what you're doing during the day. Talk about your plans for tomorrow. Summarize a video you watched. These small speaking activities train your brain to think and communicate in English. Another powerful strategy is building daily habits. Instead of studying for long hours occasionally, it's better to practice a little every day. Here is a simple routine many learners find helpful. Listen to English for 10 minutes, speak for 10 minutes, read something short, and write a few sentences.
That routine seems simple and manageable.
Exactly. The goal is to create consistent contact with English. When your brain interacts with English daily, learning becomes much more natural. Over weeks and months, those small efforts lead to significant progress. Another challenge many learners face is comparing themselves to others.
Yes, sometimes I see people who learned English very quickly, and it can feel discouraging.
That's understandable, but comparisons can be misleading. Every learner's journey is different. Some people may progress faster because they practice more hours each day, have previous experience learning languages, or live in an English-speaking environment. So instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on improving a little each day. If you want to improve faster, focus on a few key strategies. First, practice English every day. Second, expose yourself to real English through videos, podcasts, and conversations. Third, speak as often as possible. Fourth, learn vocabulary through context instead of memorizing isolated words. And finally, stay patient and consistent.
So fluency is really the result of steady effort over time.
Exactly. Consistency beats intensity. Let's summarize today's episode. How long does it really take to learn English? The answer depends on several factors: your daily practice, your exposure to English, your speaking practice, and your consistency. But one thing is certain: fluency is not built overnight. It's built through daily improvement over time.
This episode really helped me understand that learning English is a journey, not a race.
Exactly. The most important thing is to stay patient and keep practicing. If you enjoyed this episode, like this video, subscribe to Alex English Studio, share it with someone learning English,
And comment below, how long have you been learning English?
In our next episode, we'll discuss breaking the fear of speaking English. Until then, keep practicing, keep speaking, and remember, every day of practice brings you closer to fluency.